what happens and what can I do to soothe my skin if I burn it? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some very practical remedies that you can do at home, which work extremely good. I've actually legitimately done this one time. One time I had a person reach out and say, oh my goodness, doc, my child burned their back pretty bad. I said, do me a favor. I want you to do this, and I want you to write on their skin and watch how quickly it soothes the skin. And literally they took a picture and it wrote help on the back, and you saw the redness and you saw a little bit more of a white area of the skin that way, and she wrote it help. It was kind of neat just to show how, for example, some of these effective things can do to soothe the skin. Now, I'm hoping you never get to a situation where you need to soothe your skin. Let me say it again. I'm hoping you never get in a situation where you need to soothe your skin, because that means you weren't preparing properly internally and externally to minimize this, all right? Now, once again, we all become a little bit, especially at the beginning part of the summer, a little bit lax, and we find ourselves being out there a little too long or didn't protect yourself enough, and then we have some issues. But let's look at some of the things that we can do to minimize the effect if you do have sun damage from too much exposure. Number one, aloe vera. It is still one of the best remedies externally to not only soothe the skin, but hydrate it quickly. It's why, even taking aloe juice helps hydrate some of the small and large intestine. That makes it much easier for bowel movements to happen. But it's such a soothing formula that there's massive research and benefits of it. You can see right here. The efficacy of aloe vera used for burn wound healing, a systemic review. You can read the research on it that way. The conclusion was, once again, by doing this internally, externally, especially externally, by taking the aloe gel. That's why if you notice, having an aloe plant, not only is it fantastic for it to have, absorbs a lot of things, it also releases some wonderful oxygen, but I want you guys to understand that aloe itself, cutting it open, putting a gel on, major things that do happen. Wonderful healing process, been around anciently for thousands of years. It's been well known. Everybody should have aloe, plants within their home, and we actually even have them here at work. And then let's say if something happens, put it on your skin. You don't even need to actually have a massive burn to put on your skin. You can get benefit from it being there in the first place. Number two, one thing that I absolutely love and adore, coconut oil. But if you really want to make it extremely effective, put a couple drops of lavender oil or peppermint oil on there. This is one of the formulas. I told you that woman, I said, do me a favor, take some coconut oil, put peppermint oil in it, mix it up, and then what you do is I said, write help on her back of her shoulders. And she did, and literally within several minutes, they started to see some tint of her skin. And of course, then they put it all over her skin, and it was fantastic, okay? Because sometimes people don't have availability to get aloe quickly, but they did have some coconut oil, so therefore a little bit of peppermint oil on there. This remedy works wonders of putting on your skin and seeing some regular basis. Now, not a joke, I have coconut oil on me now. It does have a small SPF. I mean, you don't want to, use coconut oil based as far as a sunscreen. Some of your really good coconut oil sunscreens, apologize, some of your sunscreens, really good ones, are coconut based. Some are other based, but the idea is this has a small SPF, but don't use it more of a sunscreen. That just has a major effect and positive benefit on the skin even year round. Lavender oil, peppermint oil do a wonderful job of calming it down. All right, number three, you really like this one. If you take witch hazel and mix it with apple cider vinegar, by diluting it, what you now have is a wonderful formula to pour on the skin to get some relief. I've seen wonderful changes from vinegar and also witch hazel, and it's an amazing thing to actually how it does create a calming effect to the skin. And sometimes you just pour it right on there, and it actually legitimately feels like the heat's being just released from your skin. You can start to see the redness going down, and you have to repeatedly put this on there, but there are benefits in some of the acetic acid. Once again, especially if there's damage to the skin, it does a good job of protecting from other microbes. So I do like apple cider vinegar for the skin. Now, once again, I tell people, always dilute it. And if you have witch hazel tea, or some of the remedy, you can dilute apple cider vinegar by doing that, or put a little water in the mixture that way. Now people say, Doc, could you take aloe vera in there? Yeah, but it just doesn't mix well and stuff like that. It doesn't stay on your skin well. This is more of a pouring solution to put on a towel, put on a rag, put on your skin. Wonderful relief from it that way. These remedies work, so quickly, have a major effect, and some people will react a little bit differently. So I tell people, I give multiple remedies for people to take just because they're not stuck with one. Say, Doc, coconut oil helped, but man, the apple cider vinegar mixture helped even more. Well, sure, everybody's is very different. I think the one universal one that seems to work with everybody is aloe. aloe vera gel or something, taking the vine, cutting it, putting it on top of you. It does a wonderful job. All right, number 4, oatmeal bath. This has been studied over and over again. The anti-inflammatory activities of colloidal oatmeal contribute to the effectiveness of oats in treatment of itch associated with dry, irritated skin. And once again, they've studied when it comes to oatmeal baths. It works in many skin issues. This was a common practice when people got chicken pox early in life. They put their kids in an oatmeal bath. It does have a wonderful job of changing skin. It also works really good with sunburns. It's very soothing when you get to sit in there and actually have some coolness to it. Put it in there, works fantastic. Now, one formula that I think most people have forgotten about because it's so readily available is honey. If you ever look at Manuka honey and some of the other good forms of honey, you can put it right on there, and it's even known for wound healing. Well, when people actually have some pretty significant amount of burns, honey has a very effective way of not only not rotting. Do you understand? The honey is the only food that we know of that doesn't rot. Think about it. It doesn't rot. So when you put it on your skin, it has a very good microbial effect. But what it also does, it doesn't rot. Even with aloe, it's going to kind of get hard and crusty, and you're going to have to move it off that way and rinse off. Honey doesn't work that way. Honey has such amazing properties that can be right on your skin, which is fantastic. So by taking some of it internally and externally, they do see some benefit when it does come if you've actually irritated your skin. All right, those are 5 remedies. Now, once again, you have to mix and match and see what works best for you and your family. But I tell you right now, aloe should be essential around when it comes to summer. Coconut oil should be essential. Pick up some peppermint oil, pick up some lavender oil. You can even throw a little chamomile oil. That's probably my 3rd favorite one. I do like chamomile both internally and externally to protect the GI system. But also it's good, once again, when it does come to UVR. And if we get a little bit of irritation to our skin, these are things that we can put on to get some instant relief. Now, once again, will it get rid of all the burn? No. Will it help the skin regenerate from repair and from process? Yes. Okay. Hey everyone, for unedited, full-length, unapologetic content, go to my website, drpatrickflynn.com. Hit the subscribe button to join our community for more amazing content like this every day.